Here you go. Boy, cannot hold a note these days, boy.
Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 103.
103. 103.
OT is in the building.
I'm here.
Is in the motherfucking building. I ain't waiting for the intro. Fuck y'all.
Detroit AC, this is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast. How you fellas doing on this glorious night?
Man, you know.
I'm just ready to pod, man. Got me a new dog, goddamn me. I think I'm the greatest father on this planet. Y'all better give me my motherfucking respect and everybody else following the second little bitch.
Like that energy, man. I was Father's Day, man. Father's Day treated y'all good?
Yeah, man. I was toe up in some restaurant in Beaumont. I was toe up, man, in the restaurant.
So you was in the big money.
I wouldn't say big money.
Big money, baby.
I ain't see
struck oil out there.
I ain't see no big money at all.
big money.
Nah, them niggas ain't struck oil since 1910.
I ain't see big money. I seen medium money. Father's Day for me was cool, man. I got to eat fancy
lobster
twice a day, man. That was the morning session.
Okay.
We went stepped out again at night.
That's when you got real money, y'all. You hear
Okay.
that? Lobster in the morning. Who eat lobster?
I'm
Nigga
broke,
had
man.
6 lobsters on the table.
Broke, man.
I saw he bowled a 30 at the alley.
No, we not doing that.
Kenzie beat him with 31, huh?
We not doing that one.
Hey, she
My
beat him
little
with 31, huh?
My little baby was trying to get that ball down that aisle with no damn. I say it's all good. I had to walk out to the middle of the lane and give her that tap to make sure she got the strike. You know what I mean?
Nigga, whatever.
True fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? But man, I mean, we coming off some like monumental stuff. First and foremost, shout out to Steph Curry and the Warriors. They are officially NBA champions.
Yeah.
So I want to get y'all take on that, man. I know, I think I called the Warriors winning the chip early in the year.
Me too.
Steph getting MVP.
Me too.
Early in the year. So I mean, it's just dope to see, these type of things transpire after you call them so accurately.
After you just called them bums. I don't want to hear that though.
Who I said was a bum?
You said Andrew Wiggins was a bum. You said Poole was a bum.
I didn't say Andrew Wiggins was a bum. I said Poole was a bum.
You said Andrew Wiggins wasn't
Poole,
carrying his weight.
He wasn't.
He was. He just had to get acclimated to the system.
So he wasn't carrying his weight.
He was.
That's neither here nor there. I said Steph was going to do what he had to do, and my dog did what he had to do. So at the end of the day, I want to ask y'all, how does that affect his legacy? Where's his ranking?
Sure. Top 10 for sure. I don't care where you place him on the top 10. But if he win another one, he goes on the Mount Rushmore for sure. If he wins 6, we got to talk about him like we talk about Jordan. That is a fact.
Jeez. Oh.
Hey, I can't hate on the man. The man is great. I think if anything, it just cemented it a little bit more. I mean, we know, the first chip that he got robbed.
Oh, that's a fact.
Out the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
So even though Wiggy did do his thing, I mean, Iggy Dollar, my bad.
Yeah,
Iggy.
for sure.
Finals MVP, averaged 30 this Finals, took care of business the whole way. He was healthy for most of the season. Where would I rank him? He top 10 for sure, all time, easy.
That take a lot. This is a LeBron fan that y'all hearing saying this, right?
But come on now, it's Steph.
I mean, true, but still.
I mean, that's the best.
It's a lot of people that's trying to keep him out of that 10
It's the best 3-point shooter to ever live. Ever. You can't name one better. You can't.
It's a fact.
And you have no stats, to prove it, because that nigga's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I also think
5 is Clay, then him again. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, I also think he is the greatest conditioned athlete we ever seen in history. Who else had better condition than him?
Braun.
Who else? Keep it a bean.
Braun.
No, fool. Braun don't move like him.
Yeah, he do.
Ray Allen.
Don't. He just going to the bucket, bro.
Say Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
No,
Reggie
Allen
Miller.
No. They wasn't moving like that.
Rip Hamilton.
We can argue Rick. We can argue because Rick was always moving to get around that screen.
That's a fact.
Always.
But Reggie was too though. Reggie wasn't shooting. Reggie wasn't catching and shooting. He was moving around, get off screens. Now you talking about Peja Stojakovic? Then we can have that conversation.
Oh shit! Boy, you see Peja's son? That's a different.
I seen him. Nigga gonna be dangerous, boy. But I mean, you gotta expect that man to get that naturally. Okay, just real quick though. I know the season is wrapped up here pretty good. We don't stay on sports too long. I know our fans be, but
we need to start a sports one.
But maybe so. Maybe something down the line. Yeah. Predictions for finals next year.
Oh shit!
I know it's early. I know it's premature.
I got Warriors, and I got Milwaukee if Middleton healthy. But let me say this too: if Embiid forces his way out to go play with Miami,
oh, that's gonna be crazy.
I would say Warriors in Miami, and I ain't gonna call a winner of that. I can't call a winner of that because that'll be two Goliaths. You know what I'm saying? People in their prime, and I would like to see that.
Miami should have been in the finals this year, but
he ain't had no help, bro. He need another star over there. That's just real. He need another star over there.
And he too inconsistent to carry the load. That's another thing. Jimmy was one of the most confusing players I've ever seen.
He got that dog in him.
He got it in him, and he'll give you 40 tonight and 13 tomorrow.
Triple
and
that's dub.
I just be like, 13, fam,
5-5.
what the fuck is going on? But y'all right. If Embiid goes over there, that changes everything. That changes everything. But Boston is gonna come back even stronger. They got that finals experience now.
But I think they're gonna make a trade for something. They're gonna have to trade for something.
They need
to
a
get
point
them some
guard.
more scoring. Yeah,
They need a real point guard.
They need a point guard that can score the bucket when they need to, and also take the double teams and all that off of Tatum and Brown.
Another question. It's rumored that Kyrie testing free agency. That's saying Lakers. If he signs with the Lakers,
don't make a
does that change?
Get the Warriors out of here if they go.
That's why I walked up to the Lakers. I had to walk them out there, man.
If you know me, I'm a Lakers fan, but that ain't doing nothing for my Lakers, bro.
I don't know, man.
I think the Lakers need to build it like the Warriors built it. It may take them 10 years to build it like that.
Bron ain't got 10 in him, man.
No. Brian gonna leave.
I'm a little upset because they were low key in a position like the Warriors, but they traded all the motherfuckers away.
They did.
To get
now
AD.
look at them. All them players that he
They
traded
are
away.
all hoping, but I mean, would they have been able to hold them under the cap? Too. So it's.
I mean, it's
another conversation,
it's the Lakers, man. If you got to go in luxury,
So,
you see
it's
the Warriors
the
don't win in the luxury to get this chip. You do what you got to do.
But we're gonna call it as is right now, though, because we don't know how the trade is gonna go down and all that stuff. Right now, though, yeah, I see shit. They could repeat. It's gonna be a repeat of the finals.
Yeah,
Same thing.
If everything stay the same,
Boston and Warriors again.
I got Warriors and Milwaukee. If it stay the same, and we all know Middleton coming back, but if it stay healthy, I got Bucks going, and I got the Warriors beating the Bucks 4-2.
Does Milwaukee have any rumors that they grabbing anybody additional?
I don't think so.
Nah.
But to be honest, I don't think they need it.
No, they don't. They don't.
To be honest, I mean, if they again smooth right, but again, what we not factoring in is this year of experience for Boston. It's gonna make them a different team next year.
That is true.
Even
but they
though
need a point guard.
Yeah, definitely.
They need a point guard.
Yeah, definitely.
They went to the Eastern Finals, lost to LeBron when they was young. Now they went against the Juggernauts in the finals, lost. So you learn from all your losses. But Tatum got to just take care of the ball.
But I tell you what, what's his name? Ime Doku. That's how you pronounce
That's
it.
the coach. Ime.
Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, that boy gonna be here for a while, boy. He gonna be here for a while. I'm proud of him.
Oh man, I'm a little nervous because when it's black coaches winning like that, tends not to matter too much unless you win it all.
That's true.
Hey, I'm proud of him though. Taking your team the first year back
Seen what
against the
happened with
wall.
Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
That nigga out.
What's the Toronto coach before the one now? Yeah, the boy had winning season. He won coach of the year and got fired. I ain't never seen nothing like that. But we're gonna keep it moving. They sent us a clip. We're gonna stay in sports slightly. They sent us a clip. Russell Wilson. Somebody had some things to say. I think it was Claudia Jordan. She was speaking in terms of like Russell Wilson represents the pre-F-boy future era of men in terms of how they was coming. I'm gonna play the clip. And then I want to get y'all response to what she had to say.
Wilson, to me, is a throwback to how black men used to carry themselves before we got ratchet, before we started praising the lowest of the low, before we started like thinking it was cool to be dumb and ignorant and like purposely misspeaking, misspelling, sounding ignorant and dumb. Before we started praising the lowest of the low, it reeks of low self-esteem as a culture. To say, oh, this is black if you're ignorant. But when you're not, we equate that with being white. So we're going to give that to the white man. Like they have the they have the exclusivity rights on intelligence and class. Shouldn't we be like, yo, he's with us. You ain't black enough because you use proper English. So we really are saying that we're not capable of elevating, but then these are the same people that want to be referred to as a king. And then you have one actually treating a woman as a queen and actually carrying himself as a king. And we're going to sit here and try to take his black card from him because he's not acting up. He's not acting up, wilding out. Mm-hmm. It is so ridiculous. And then we say we're not a monolith. But then if you don't do these things, like you said, Q, you're not one of us and you can't sit with us. Stop doing this to other black people. Stop making black people feel guilty for being classy and intelligent and carrying themselves in the way that we should all be trying to aspire to be. Mm-hmm. Like, it is ridiculous that the hate for Sierra is because she moved on from a Future. So all these like Future F boys that are like him, Future lights, y'all feel some kind of way because I hit you in the gut because you feel that, right? You know your girl deserves better. I really wish we can get away from that and stop praising that. His blackness should not be in question because he's not ignorant.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts?
That's a fact. I agree 100%.
I mean, she just elaborate a little bit more on what we've been said before. You know, you see the attention that the guys that are a little maybe more, I don't want to say ignorant, but that's kind of what it is. Ignorant, who doesn't carry themselves with class and poise like a Russell would. Just naturally they get more attention, period. The jocks that are disrespectful got a bunch of women. The player that's in, like, it starts early, like starts in middle school, high school. Like, it starts early. Those are the type of people that get attention. And then as you get older, more and more guys tend to stray that way because when they was younger, those the men that was getting attention. So as you getting older, it's like, okay, well, now I'm making a little bit more money, and being nice to a woman, it gets overlooked, gets taken advantage of. So how about I do what these other cats are doing out here, the reason why they getting women, let me be that, and they see the results they get. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a situation we speak a lot about improving the black male image. Mm-hmm. And, I think Russell Wilson is a perfect example of that. You know, this man literally just goes about taking care of his business, whether it's at the job, whether it's in his family, whether it's, in the community. You know, Russ does a lot of things for the community that people don't even see, popping up to hospitals, hospices, and different things like that, showing love and just signing autographs and hugging people and, just all type of stuff, donating countless, dollars to causes and stuff. So it's like this man is living right. He's the, poster boy for what the black male image should be. Yet he gets backlash from the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. I just always found it interesting. Why he always caught so much backlash. But another thing I find interesting is how like Future just continues to catch strays and get tied to just being the worst man in the world.
You took my point. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I seen a picture of Future the other day. He was at his daughter's graduation from high school. And that picture right there didn't go crazy, didn't do numbers, didn't do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going against what the, preconceived notion of him is. Mm-hmm. Future don't even do interviews. So yeah, people just listen to his songs, see this little fallout relationship with him and Sierra, see his, ambiguous tweets, because he never really like directly tweets at nobody or throws a shot, but people interpret something because of what's going on. And, he must be talking about Sierra. He must be talking about this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's so just, misunderstood in my opinion. And I feel like he gets unfair, like, shots taken at him in terms, like, she literally just called him a F-boy. Mm-hmm. It's like, you don't know that man. You ain't never met that man. This man could be taking care of all his kids behind the scenes. Just because he's not with Sierra and with baby Future every day. Well, he's not gonna be. They're not together. She's in a whole marriage.
That speaks to the women too, because the women allow that.
Yeah.
Speaks to y'all too.
But they just gonna say, why can't you just be better men?
But if you're gonna be, if I'm gonna be a fuck boy, so to speak, from how she used it, and I'm still gonna get all the women, what's the incentive for me not being a fuck boy?
Exactly.
What's the incentive for me not playing this game all day, game smoking, and me going to get a job and making you work? What's the incentive for me when you still gonna give me that ass? You still gonna let me live here? What's the incentive?
I don't get how does Future I don't know, because Future's always the first one. You always compare like Future and Russell Wilson. Like that's like the go-to to compare. And
because they want their Future to act like a Russell Wilson.
But how does Future act?
But they want him to be a Future.
Great question.
He got swag.
That's how confusing women is.
Like, I mean, and like Future said before, like people call him toxic. What about all the women that's toxic? They coming to me.
That's a fact.
You know, and he got all these kids, but you coming to him because you understand what come with it.
Including Scottie Pippen's wife. But that's neither here nor there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
ain't that his ex-wife now?
But it's about damn time. He dropped his nuts. Never seen somebody get disrespect. That's why Scottie can never be a top 50 player to me after
that's fucked up.
How you a top 5 defender ever? You can't even defend your own career. Fuck is we talking about here, man? My bad. I ain't mean to digress.
But I mean, who else would you put in that future quote unquote category?
Drake.
Yep. You really could. If you going by that, yeah. Drake just sings to the women, so it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They actually like his music.
Exactly.
Future rapping about drug dealing, so this, whatever. But again, I think it's just interesting how people come up with a whole profile of somebody who doesn't do interviews or that you never met, that you never interacted with. All you just see is him. And again, even these women and stuff, like you don't see Future in pictures with all these chicks posted up and we done seen him. We can probably count on one hand how many women we've seen him actually take public pictures with. Like, okay, this who I'm on right now. Mm-hmm. But let them tell it. Shit, he got a new girl every week that he just messing around with and just doing whatever with and toying with and just like toxic and destroying these women's lives and shit. No, these women are willingly walking to this man because he has what y'all want y'all fake Russell Wilsons to have. Yeah. With swagger, it's aura, it's it's just confidence in himself.
They want that man to be an ex-drug dealer that's now a lawyer.
Right. And that's in touch with his sensitive side.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
What my nigga Jay say? He said Tony Stark mixed with ghosts.
Hey, that's what they want, fool. That's what they want. So you see a lot of women complaining, but they always wind up going with, the drug dealer or, the ghost, so to speak.
They want a reformed drug dealer.
Right.
That's what they want. A former drug dealer that gave his life to Christ.
Hey, that's a fact though.
But it's real. You know what I be thinking about?
That's still the man out here. That still look like as the man, not just any one of them.
Right.
That still look like as the man type thing. That's what they want, fool.
Which is why we gotta salute Russell Wilson, because I think universally, if you ask women and men, like, okay, what type of man do they want? Now we know women actually date different than what they say their type of man is, but if we ask them, they're gonna describe a Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. And my only question to that would be, if y'all really wanted a Russell Wilson, why does he have to be a stepfather of Future's child?
Mm. That's crazy.
That's my only question. Mm. And let's take it away from them and we can translate that to just regular life. Most good dudes we know, great dudes we know, are taking care of somebody else's child.
Facts. Somebody that ain't there.
That's a fact.
So if y'all wanted that type of man that bad, why is he always the second option, last option? That's all I'm saying.
But also, I think too, they'll bring it up too, is that we never talk about the people in the middle. So do we have any examples of people that's in the middle? Because we got Russell and we got Future. The two standards, that's polar opposite. So who would fall in the middle? Because allegedly, a lot of them want the men in the middle, but we don't talk.
Allegedly. Well, I don't know. I haven't met one woman that said, I take a man in the middle. They don't do that.
Yeah, it's not realistic, because that would be implying that she wants an average man. Yep. And, the women don't want an average man. Women want an extreme. They want one extreme or the other. So, to find that man in the middle, she would look at that man in the middle would be in the friend zone.
That, or she's settling now. That's how they find the men in the middle. They settle on the men in the middle.
Yeah, because she on the clearance rack.
That's
no choice.
That's a fact. So I can't. I don't know. I don't know what that look like.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of, again, just going back to what the question is, improving the black image, I think more people need to emulate how Russell Wilson moves. In my opinion,
I like with y'all little boys,
Right.
and y'all little girl mindset on men. For real, that's what that start with. Cause our generation, we ain't changing that. Y'all like who y'all like.
Yeah, it's over.
You can say what you want. You like who you like. But if you know that's not healthy for you, you can raise your child, your son or your daughter, to be the image of what should be healthy for you. That's what you can raise your kid to. So that's what I would say.
And the boys can't be afraid too to be themselves.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like being so young and being influenced and swayed and all this stuff as a kid, like you gotta learn how to be able to stand on your square early on.
And a lot of y'all not parents, y'all just standing there. Even if you is with your child, you just standing there. Just keeping it a beam.
Fam, them parents don't even be in their kids' life. Like right now, we be having like summer camp and stuff. Fam, them kids, some of them kids be up there all day. Not even in the camp. They just in the building all day.
Come on.
They didn't have some instances at other locations where we were just talking about it this morning too. It was like some kids, they'll leave from school and go to the J, and they not even get picked up. Building closed at 9 o'clock. They still sitting outside waiting on their parents all day.
Crazy.
So that means you ain't saw your child since they left for school that morning.
That's crazy, man.
Like, what are y'all doing out here?
That's all I'm seeing, man. I'm seeing a lot of that, man. I'm seeing a lot of people now that I'm looking around, bro. People like, yeah, I'm in my kid life and all that, but are you teaching them something? Are you really parenting?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I look around, bro, especially with this Father's Day and me being who I am and doing what I do, bro, I feel like I deserve more credit than a lot of you niggas. That's just real.
Well, that's real.
I feel the same way.
That's real. That's how I feel, bro. I feel like I deserve more credit than a lot of y'all men out here, bro. Y'all just standing there. Y'all not teaching y'all kids something. You know what I'm saying? You feel like going to work is enough. You feel like that child support is enough. You feel like, you know what I'm saying, oh, the kid just with me, but you out here playing the game, or you out here, you know what I'm saying, messing with these other girls and your kid in the back seat or whatever. You just handling that phone or that tablet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you ain't teaching your kids shit, boy. You ain't teaching them nothing but how to sing NBA Youngboy all day. That's just real.
They know some young boy lyrics.
That's real shit.
They know some young boy
You ain't teaching them
lyrics.
shit, bro.
You don't know 3 + 12, but
You know what I'm saying?
he know the words in Nevada though.
That's real. Your kid in the 5th grade and reading on a kindergarten level, like, and you a full-time parent,
Right.
Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need some more credit, man.
I agree, man, because I put up a tweet on Father's Day. I said, man, shout out to them day for day fathers. It's a difference, man. It's a difference between dropping the check off. It's a difference between, okay, I'm just here while my kid is in the room. I'm just here. But them day for day fathers that's changing diapers, that's going to PTA meetings, that's going to every event that their child have, that's reading to their child at night, that's helping them with that homework, every problem. And, like those type of dads, those day for day dads, those is the only type of dads that I respect. Anything else, whatever. You literally are adding to the problem.
That's real. That's real. And even if you ain't got the skills, bro, pay somebody. A tutor is cheap, bro.
Right.
You can get a tutor once a week. A tutor is cheap, bro. You know what I'm saying? $100 a week or some shit like that. Man, would you sacrifice that $100 and make sure your kid got everything they need in their life? Come on, man.
Yep. Because those same dads, when that kid get older, go out there and start acting a damn fool. Gonna be like, well, I was there. I don't know why you shot those 4 people. I was in his life every day.
I don't know why he robbed that old lady.
That's right, because again, y'all not day for day dads. Y'all not having them hard conversations like, hey,
I don't know why my daughter won't listen to me.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just, I don't know, man. Like that shit requires way more effort than a lot of dudes is giving. And us being men with a platform, we gotta hold that type baby accountable.
That's real shit.
Because if we gonna change our image, it starts with the man.
Man, I don't even shake deadbeat dad's hand, bro. My sister baby daddy sent me a friend request. I sent him a message, boy, I don't accept friend requests from deadbeat dads, bro. Why you not my nephew life? That's just real, bro.
Straight up.
I need to know what's up.
I don't know not one.
So
Because I don't keep them around me.
at all. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of questions for deadbeat dads, boy. A lot of questions.
And that be the problem, bro. Like, you literally have dudes that just allow that type of dude around them. Like, we going to kick it. We going to the club every day. We going to the mall. We getting on hoes. We playing Madden. We playing 2K all day long. And this man, all the time he with you, his kid is out there at the crib by herself or with his mom. He's like, you ain't in your kid life, ain't had your kid at all.
Boy.
How your daughter doing?
She all right.
Keisha been tripping. You ain't got shit to do with your daughter.
No, Keisha been tripping, man. I just, she won't let me see him, man.
I'm paying child support though.
Oh my God.
Man, I don't want to go over there in the confrontation, boy. Obviously, she made it a confrontation when she put that paper in your life.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I need more credit, fool. I feel like most dads is like right here, and then they got dads like me is like up here type of shit. Like, I need that type of credit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, I need that. You know what I'm saying?
That's so bad. On that note, man, we're going to get in the quick hits. All right, first one, we're gonna stay on the topic of parenthood. Because in this quote unquote manosphere on YouTube, I hate even referencing it, man. It just sounds corny.
Oh shit.
Single mothers get a lot of flack. And we had a clip that kind of went viral that we posted in this past episode, and we was referencing one of the reasons why men don't date single mothers. But I want to ask, like, in a more general sense, like, is it possible for a single mother to be attractive in this climate? And if so, what are traits that you need to see in her? Because, of course, you need to see more in her than you would, in a woman.
Is it impossible for them?
No. Like, is it like, I don't know. I guess I'm asking because the general notion in this quote unquote manosphere is that single mothers are just less attractive, just not like stay away from them, run away from them at all. Like, don't take care of no other man kid ever. Just run away from them.
It ain't necessarily about the woman in most cases, and that's what I want women to realize. It's not necessarily about y'all. This has come from somebody who initially I would run from them other way, automatic. I ain't care who you had, how it was. It was one kid. You're not with him. I'm out.
Yeah.
Period. But the things that we think about it has nothing to do with the woman. It's based off the fact, like I said before, it's based off the fact that I have to learn that child, and then also everything that comes with them. So let's say if you have that baby daddy, and say he's not around, or he is around, whatever. But I have to get to learn him. I got to learn his family. His family could be terrible. So now if I'm taking you in, anytime he going to grandma's house or whatever, I'm going to have to deal with that bullshit. Your family could be cool, but his side is trash. And nobody want to deal with that. Like most men want to be able to start their family. My family, your family, I know what it's like. I know what the dynamic's going to be like, and it's going to be good. But if it's any type of uncertainty, we don't want to deal with that. That's really what it comes down to, just the uncertainty of everything that'll come with you. And sometimes you just don't feel like doing the research or feel like really vetting that person to understand, where they came from, what they've been through, things like that, because it's just easier to just start from scratch.
Right.
So it's nothing against the women, but then sometimes it is, because it's like, why did you choose him? Like, you coming after me, knowing the type of man that I am, but then you let this trash ass nigga nut in you and don't take care of him or whatever. Used to treat you bad, but now you want Prince Charming to come save you. It's like,
and even just to add to it, demand more from you than she does from him.
Right.
In terms of expectation.
So it's like, why I gotta suffer for that?
Man, I just feel like, man, a lot of that's on some little boy behavior.
Yeah.
Right.
It is. You gotta change your mindset.
Because if I'm a man, but if I'm a single man out here and I'm looking for a woman, you get what I'm saying? And at my age, I'm thinking every woman around my age should have a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should have a kid, bro.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like, hey, if I do come in and we setting the tone in this, whatever I say, go. If your kid, daddy is involved and all that, we need to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because now I take care of this household. I'm going to see your kid, in a sense, more than you see your kid. Mm-hmm. More than you really see your kid. So my hand will have a heavy hand over a lot of things.
Because you're going to be day for day.
Exactly. I'm going to be day for day. I'm going to be doing everything, all that type of shit there. So I will have a conversation with the man, like, what we doing here? What's the limits on all this type of shit here? Like, and we need to know all this. Now, if the nigga don't, like most women say that they baby daddy not involved. I don't believe half of y'all. But most women say, oh, my baby daddy don't do nothing for my kid. Whoa. You get what I'm saying? But you getting child support and you trying to keep the kid from it all. We do have these mothers. But if the dude not there at all, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't even want to. She needs to know. I don't want to hear nothing from his family about how I'm raising a kid. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a choice for me to be here. I could leave and now you got to do all this by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. I see a lot of women don't want a new man to come in and tell their child nothing, how to raise their child, but you think this man is good enough to be your man and lead you. How can I lead you and not lead your child?
Right.
That's crazy to me. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of single mothers, if you is looking for a man for real and you got your child and all that type of stuff, if your child old enough, you got to have them conversations with your child. Hey, bro, I got this man. They about to come through, all this type of stuff. Tell me if you like them and all these type of things, pros and cons. You got to have these conversations with your kids, bro. Because your kids going to see things that you don't see because your love is blinding you. Mm-hmm. Right, and then you dissect that. You outweigh you weigh the pros and cons. If the pros is good, you go with that. If the cons is like, you leave that alone, right? But if you gonna be with this man, if you gonna step up and be with this man, and be like, all right, we gonna continue this, then his structure need to be heavy in that crib, whatever that is. Now, if he beating your kid, disrespecting your kid, you need to get out of Dodge. You damn need to put that pistol on him, to be honest with you. But outside of that, man, let this man lead. And that's what I see. A lot of women don't do that. They want this deadbeat to leave from nowhere, and he not doing nothing but showing up on Christmas with a half-ass gift. When I'm feeding your kid day for day, every day, I'm feeding you, I'm feeding myself, I'm taking care of all these bills and all that. Hey, we don't need all that. And that's what scare men. Mm-hmm. That's what scare a lot of men, because y'all let this outside party have more power than the man that's taking care of everything. And even if he is a day-for-day dad, y'all not together. Mm-hmm. I'm here. I'm day for day with your child. Even if he lives across the street, the child is in our household. So my presence need to say a lot. You know, and that's what a lot of men are scared of. My presence ain't gonna mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I think the thing is.
Whatever I say not gonna go necessarily.
That's the thing.
Because they'll say, well, I can take care of my son. I don't need you there for my son. It's like, well, how the fuck you think this relationship gonna work?
Hey, and dudes need to leave immediately, right there. The moment a woman says that, well, let me out. Because when she say that and the right man leave her, she will never say that again. Because obviously you looking for partnership. You looking for partnership. And you got a lot coming to the table, especially if you looking for a man that don't have no kids. Or if you looking for a man that got a kid, you got to understand, because let's just face it, most dudes coming with a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter if they was Russell Wilson or they, in the sense of Future, 30, 35 and all that, they got a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you want to see how he handle his business. You want to see, you know what I'm saying, how he going to have a business over here, all these type of things. Because I see these women get with these dudes that have kids and don't want them to be in their own kids' life, but want them to be in their kids' life.
That's a fact. I seen that firsthand.
You get what I'm saying? And that's all bullshit. You need to woman up, and he need to man up, especially if he not in his kid like, oh man, she tripping and all that. You need to, hey, we need to go holler at her right now. You know what I'm saying? We need to see what the problem is. Because I got kids, you got kids. I want your kids to be over here just like you should want my kids to be with your kids. And I don't want no confrontation. Y'all need to grow up. That's all it is. People ain't grown enough. People say they grown, but you ain't grown for real. Because real grown people handle their business and they make things square with people no matter how the situation was.
Right.
You go square it off with people because the kid is innocent. And that's the problem, bro. A lot of us really not grown out here. We just humans running around. We ain't real parents. We ain't real grown men and women. We ain't real. A lot of them ain't real for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say to it.
It's real, because being grown literally means putting your ego to the back burner for what's best for this child. That's what being a grown parent is. So hypothetically, if I'm single, if I'm in that situation, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I would want to meet the baby's daddy before me and the woman even get serious like that. Like if we dating and stuff or whatever, and I feel like it's going that way, I want to meet the baby daddy. Like I want to chop it up with him. Like with her not there, just me and him. Because again, if I'm gonna be a part of your kid's life, I'm a day for day dad. I'm not gonna be okay, well, I'm just with you. Whatever y'all got going with the kid, that's what y'all. All right, I'm here. If you need my wallet, I'm here. Nah, it ain't that. Because I'm gonna raise the kid. Because I got a daughter my damn self. So nah. If this the role I'm signing up for, I'm gonna be a full-time dad in it. But I also want to get the other side of the story. Because I feel like that's what be missing a lot. You'll get with these women and they'll tell you, oh yeah, my baby daddy wasn't worth nothing, he this, he that, because they relationship didn't work. So you get to talking about him in terms of his fatherhood based on how their relationship went. Nah, I need to know the full picture of this thing so I know how to move, because sometimes me and you may get into it. I may have to call him and be like, hey bro, what's the, you know what I mean? Just to let you know, hey, this what's going on, da-da-da-da. So if you hear something, I don't want you, you know what I mean, to feel like that it's a barrier between us, or feel like it's beef between us. Right. Because that's how a lot of people get hurt, for real. We're gonna be honest. You dating this girl or whatever, and you get into it with her, you might have, whatever happened in your relationship, and then, she get to telling, the baby that, oh, he was cussing me out in front of your kid, in front of your son, or your daughter, you know what I'm saying? So now this man don't know the other side of the story, because me and him ain't got a relationship. So he just gassed up. Wait, he doing what in front of my son? All right, I'm on my way. Now we got a whole altercation over something that could have been avoided. Me and him got that relationship. She say that, he hit my phone. Hey, bro, what's going on, man? And that's a conversation that can be, quelled. But, a lot of times, because those two men don't have that relationship, and it's like so much tension there.
Hey, I feel like women need to have that relationship with other women.
Definitely.
You dating a man with some kids, you need to go holler at this woman.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You need to see why y'all ended. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We do want to see your kids over here. You know what I'm saying? Your kids got brothers and sisters, or we potentially having a kid and all these type of things, bro. Like, we want to have your kids over here for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we rotating Christmases, we rotating all these type of holidays. And if y'all in the same city, y'all can be on some, all right, the kids going to be here in the morning on this holiday and in the afternoon on this, and then y'all switch that. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things grown-ups, grown people need to discuss, bro. People with that don't have no pettiness about this. You can be petty towards the man all day, or the woman all day. But when we talking family and all these type of things, bro, like structure and all these type of things, you do what's best for the child. Put your feelings to the side, bro. And I don't see that a lot in our community, bro. It be somebody being petty. Somebody. Because either they want the other party, or, you know what I'm saying, like they feel like, oh, I'm better than that other person. Bro, leave that dead, bro. This kid is more important than your pettiness.
Yeah, it's a fact, which is, again, I feel like we got to speak on the, like, women with solid structure. Because, again, when we get to speaking about single mothers and stuff, like, the picture that comes in most people's mind is just dysfunction.
Right.
Yeah. Just right out the gate.
Yeah. Right.
Terrible baby daddy, his baby daddy issues, is, she bitter, she drama, she made dumb decisions in the past, all that stuff.
And most of the time, for real, and well, I ain't gonna say most, even time, it be the dude too.
Right.
Because more of us die over that than they do.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think, we, again, us having a platform, we got to give that full picture. There are all women out here with kids that have great structure.
Absolutely.
And that are, they're day for day with their kids. And even when they dating men, they ain't just having all kind of men around their kids and all of that stuff. Like, they treat them sacred. They ain't dropping them off at grandma's crib and going to the club 4 or 5 times a week. They literally, they're taking care of their business. Right. Working and all of that. So if I'm dating a man, then I'm going to slowly introduce him to my kid, and I'm going to do it the right way. And if I'm woman enough to make the decision to be with this man, I'm woman enough to trust this man with leading my child.
You should.
There are plenty of women out here that move like that. So, again, if we're going to touch on one side, we got to touch on the other side as well. All single mothers are not just dysfunction.
Right.
That's not what it is. Sometimes things happen. There's plenty of women out here that was married and had their kids, married 10 years, 5, 10, 15 years. The marriage ended, and now they just in that situation. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put them all in that one box.
Absolutely.
So,
I just think that doesn't get talked about enough. That's why, like, a lot of times we'll just have the conversation, not just us, but just in general. We'll have conversations, but we don't go in depth. Right. So, of course, any clip that goes viral, it just be like a surface level conversation. Because most men understand, like, yeah, if you was in a 10-year marriage, you probably gonna have 2 kids. So I'm not gonna fault you for that. That's not no knock against your resume. You were married. You had intentions behind it, and things just didn't work out. Right. Even if it was a serious relationship, you don't even have to be married. You was in a serious relationship. You thought things was gonna go towards marriage, even though I don't agree to that. I would suggest getting married first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But of course, everything don't work that way. Like you in a serious relationship, an accident happened, you had a baby, y'all no longer together. That's understandable. But when it's like 2, 3, you don't know who the second one is, or
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like situations like that when it's like, okay, yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Women with kids or men, whoever, y'all not, it's not bad people. You're not bad people at all. It's just the initial thought of a lot of times what comes with it. We assume it's negative. Right. Just the initial thought because of overall how the picture, how the game is, how everything works for the most part. Mm-hmm. Just initially is bad. Mm-hmm. However, once you get to know somebody, a lot of times, like you were just saying, you have some structure, that woman making some money, got her own place, 2 cars, whatever. It's like, okay, that kid is in a good spot.
Right.
But also with that too, I think a lot of mothers need to teach their kids how to respect adults too.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because that'll be an issue. And I ain't gonna lie, because when my mom was dating, when I was young, I was like, man, this nigga, you got to imagine too, like a boy, like a boy, then you have another dude trying to come in the house, trying to date your mama and stuff like that. It's like, nah, nigga, this is my territory.
Right.
That's how you feel as a youngin'. So, how that man comes into play is very important. Mm-hmm. And if you can't just throw the man in there just hoping for the best for your relationship, you got to slowly introduce them, work them in, see what y'all have in common, see what y'all don't have in common. Like a lot of work goes into that. It ain't just easy. And again, it takes both of y'all to make that work. Yep. Not just him dating you and you just don't worry about the kid. You deal with the kid when you deal with the kid. Like, nah, you a family now.
Well said, man. We're going to get to this last one right here in terms of, boy, actually led me right into it. In terms of a man, when he doesn't feel respected, when he doesn't feel appreciated, you'll get the worst version of him. I'm going to play the clip. I want to get y'all response.
And does not feel appreciated in the area of his presence, he becomes a version of a man that he can give you and still survive. And I promise you, you will not like that version. That version of him is silent, frustrated, sharp with his words, short-tempered. How many of y'all been getting that lately? Non-communicative. Because he has to become something that he can survive in. A man.
Damn. Well said. It's just saying if a man does not feel appreciated, he becomes the worst version of himself in terms of a relationship. And we touch on that
all the time.
So when I heard the clip, I was like, well, he's just echoing what it is that we say.
He been watching the pod. That's what it is. Pastor been watching the pod.
I seen a comment on one of our things that a woman said, happy wife, happy life. That's not true. That's not true.
No.
That'll get you divorced. For real. It may take a while because men, we understand when divorces happen, all that fall on us. That's just how it works. Mm-hmm. Right? So we don't want to be looked at like we failures and all that. But if that man is unhappy and he's doing everything you want him to do, and you bickering on some petty stuff for years, bro, you are going to end up single. And he's going to go with a woman that you deem is under you, and she going to treat that man like you were supposed to be treating her with him.
Yep.
I see that all the time, bro. All the time. Happy wife, happy life. That is not true. That is if both of y'all happy, then y'all got a happy life. It ain't no one side to that. If he's happy and you not happy, bro, leave that. Leave that. Don't be miserable.
They don't care about our happiness.
But your kids feel that. They see that. You get what I'm saying? Like they really see one side not happy. Right? And y'all know when y'all not making somebody happy, bro. We're gonna keep it a bean. You say you in love this man or this one, bro. You know you not. Come on.
They don't know. Cause you still
they be knowing for real and be feeling outraged when they do something like cheat or something because they think that's the biggest thing when a man just step out and cheat on you and all that type of stuff, bro.
I really don't think they realize it, bro. That they be in denial. I think a lot of women out here really be on some, just like Yancey was saying, just on some court justice shit.
And I'm gonna stop.
Like, prove to me.
I hate when they say, "Did he communicate that?" Motherfucker, you not paying attention to your partner. Because we gotta pay attention to what you like, what you don't like, what you like to eat. You know what I'm saying? All these type of things a man have to pay attention to, and he's working.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's providing. So you mean to tell me you can't pay attention to that?
No, because she too paying attention. She's so paying attention on what he can do for her. Right. So she ain't worried about what he doing. Oh. I need you to make me happy. I need you to buy me some flowers. I need you to take me out to eat. I need you to buy me this dress. I need you to get my nails done. It's hardly ever, how can I help you? How can I ease your day?
I don't understand
those type of women, they just it's like it's either for me or it's nothing.
I'm like, who taught y'all this? And was it single women teaching y'all this? Because this show wasn't no happily married woman teaching you this.
Nope.
Because a happily married woman, you better believe she's doing everything in her power to keep her man happy. She know what her man is facing out here in the world, especially when you're a black man.
She gonna teach you them small tricks.
You know what I'm saying? She know what her man facing. She know what her man trying to do for her to provide and all these type of things, bro. You know what I'm saying? She knows her man is out there getting money to provide things for the household to make her happy. That's what men get money for. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't getting that from no healthy relationship, like as far as a woman being in a healthy marriage and all these type, you ain't getting that from them because they gonna tell you both of us got to be happy, baby.
Thing is, Smooth, I don't know if that's necessarily true. And the reason I say that is because happy wife, happy life comes from previous generations.
That's crazy.
Damn sure don't come from ours.
Mm-hmm. But would you say, from what I see, from what I done seen, because I'm 32 now and been around this world a couple times, mm-hmm. a lot of them marriages back in the day, they wasn't happy.
I agree, mm-hmm. But again, we touch on that all the time. But just in terms of the question you asked about programming, mm-hmm. I think even if the father is there, sometimes the father's a culprit in that as well.
That's
mm-hmm.
true.
It's like, I want my daughter gonna have the best of every goddamn thing. You need to be bringing this. And the same dad won't tell that daughter, hey, this is how you take care of your man. Mm-hmm. Or that mama won't tell them, this is how you take care of your man. They literally raise women to, if he ain't bringing this, you don't even need to be giving him the time of day. Yep. So then she got to get out there, meet the man, and then she be literally selfish out of ignorance. And then it takes for her to like lose a man, or it takes for that man to stop providing those benefits for her to start questioning things in terms of like, how can I make your life easier? How can I be there for you? It only comes from when she stops receiving those benefits, because men, we hide shit so well, we'll be unhappy than a motherfucker, mm-hmm. but we still gonna pay that mortgage. Yep. We still gonna pay that car note. We still gonna take on them dates. We still gonna take on them trips. So as long as she's getting those benefits, she ain't questioning a damn thing, because she wasn't raised to value how her man feels, as long as she's getting what she deserves.
And that's why we see with our generations, by the numbers, over half the field men don't have kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why we see that.
Yeah.
That's the real reason why we see that. Because men are weighing out, am I going to be appreciated? Is she going to do this? Is she going to do that? You know, so you get over half. Now we seeing with all the generations that done went before us, with this black generation thing, most black men half the field don't have kids.
Mm-hmm. And also,
so the other half, that would say other half of the field have 2 kids to each man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But also don't forget, a lot of those men too were raised by single mothers. So they don't want that same outcome. So they like, shit, I'd rather have no kids than take a chance on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you even look at in today's society, like whenever a man demands something from a woman, he gets called a woman for that. Mm-hmm. Damn, y'all acting like y'all bad bitches or something. Like, why? Mm-hmm. What do you mean? What is she bringing to the table? And a lot of times the man ain't even talking about finances.
Exactly.
He's talking about like, what type of benefit are you bringing to my life? Like, are you gonna ease my mind? Am I gonna get some massages? Can I talk to you about shit? Like what are you bringing to this relationship? Because those men, just like those girls growing up in them households, seeing their daddy busting his ass at work every day. If his dad was in the house, seeing his daddy busting his ass at work every single day to provide, pay all the bills, make sure all the Christmas gifts was there, all of that. But when Father's Day came, he got a bow tie.
Bam.
Facts.
He got a pack of socks. He got a pack of drawers.
Fam.
So as we seeing that growing up,
sneaking in through the back door.
Right. So as we growing up, that's what we got in our head to tuck it in. Okay, I don't need nothing. I'm good. because my daddy didn't need nothing, or my grandpa didn't need nothing. He bust his ass, took care of the whole family, and he was happy with that bow tie because his daddy hid it so well that he wanted more. That's just real, bro.
My coworker just told me, I asked him, how's his Father's Day? He was like, you know, typical Father's Day stuff. I was like, okay. He said, got my wife a Gucci bag for Mother's Day. I got a belt.
That's crazy.
I said,
it's real.
Damn.
That's crazy, and that happens to a lot of men, bro. A lot. I can't even lie. My wife don't do that to me, bro. She don't. She just got me a dog, paid my car note. You know what I'm saying? Put some more bread in my pocket, bro. Like, baby took care of you, boy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But a lot of men don't get that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the dogs I like, y'all know, my dogs ain't cheap.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like my car note ain't cheap.
And I know everybody ain't like that. I know that, but it happens a lot.
It happens a whole lot.
A whole goddamn lot.
Like, I'm looking around at the other men around. I'm like, ooh, Lord. A lot of y'all ain't getting. I mean, y'all don't deserve as much as me, but y'all ain't getting but y'all ain't getting what y'all deserve.
Yeah, but I mean, so again, I think men play a culprit in that, and we got to change that. We got to start demanding. Just like Smooth said earlier, I feel like my fatherhood is here. The rest of you niggas is here, and I need my appreciation to be reflective of that.
I honestly believe that.
But that's real. Men need to start speaking out, especially if you being a solid dude, because we just gonna keep it real. Like, most solid dudes don't ask for nothing. They don't ask for nothing. So that should be even more incentive for you as his woman to go above and beyond to make sure that he happy.
Yeah, go get him that old school that he been looking at. You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite old car? Just, put that in the back of your mind. Even if you got to save up to get it. Bless him on a Father's Day or something. Hey, man, I just bought this for you. It's outside. It's rusted and all that, but I just bought it for you. You know what I'm saying?
But see, Smooth, you know what the problem with that is that you have to pay attention to know what type of old school that is. And most women have zero fucking clue what type of old school that you speaking about that her man would like.
You know what I'm saying?
Because and why? It goes back to what I said. Her knowing that doesn't benefit her directly.
That's real.
So that's why I always say, like, pay attention. Like, you can tell how much somebody loves you, how much somebody likes you, by how much attention they pay to shit about you that they don't directly benefit from. And that's a perfect example. I'm pretty sure if you ask most women who in a relationship with their man, what's his favorite old school? She gonna be scratching her fucking head. That's real. Think about it, bro. That's real. True. Because it doesn't benefit her to know that.
That's true. That is true. But he every time an old school pass, he like, look, babe.
Right. And her ass is on her phone. She peek up and go right back to on Instagram.
Hey, come on, dog.
That shit go, bro.
I bet he know what purse she want, though.
Oh,
that's a fact.
Color and all.
4, 5 of them.
Color and all, the size, all that. You better not get it wrong.
Yep.
She might send you back to the store. Yeah, I know this is a Louis, but I wanted the little one. The one that could be on the hip, not that big one. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, boo. For real.
So, again, salute to the women that's out there paying attention to detail and that are able to answer those questions because they actually give a damn about what they man likes.
That's crazy.
That isn't tied to them.
And they don't be liking them niggas either.
Ooh. That's another thing.
Nigga, boy, a great father, and she cheating on him with Pee Wee. He got 2 kids. He don't even know their name.
He's a utility. I think that's what they reference to. Like she looks at them like a utility.
Bro,
that's the game. On that note, man, we're gonna get into the advice column.
From now on, for the real fathers, you know what I'm saying? For the real fathers that's up here with me, if you ain't getting your real appreciation, leave on Father's Day.
Straight up. First one from India, Patreon member.
Taking my love for granted, babe.
I couldn't wait to get that off.
Cry me a river.
Oh, all right, she said, "What's up, Krew? On episode 94, you constantly hit home on how good women have a bad habit of choosing bad leadership. Just like you said on a few shows back, how Russell Wilson can turn into a future. Do you think that can happen to women? Not to take away the accountability for our own faults, but do you think a nice woman who puts her best foot forward, treats men with respect on how she'll want to be treated, can turn savage to a degree? Not blaming all men, but I want to ride with my brothers, but it's usually a sneaky motive they try to hide. Even when Trill said women lose trust in men. I know it's genuine men out there, but it's really hard to not have your guard up. But I've learned to not stay too long where kids pop up and unnecessary baggage piles up, and now I'm really miserable. Now I become damaged goods to the man that is a great father, or a great leader. So she's asking, do y'all think that the same can be happening in reverse? A woman who's super solid, tied to her morals, doing everything for her man, can turn savage because she's not getting it, replicated, or because she's not getting it replicated.
Yeah, because odds is she choosing the wrong men time and time again. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that can happen to a woman that'll be great under some good leadership. You know what I'm saying? If she's constantly looking for, because most women look for the same guy just in a different form. That's how it works when they dating, right? If they only come out, most women only come out they form of things when something drastic happened to them, like kid and he leave and all these type of things, or dude beating on them and they finally change, stuff like that. Outside of that, bro, most women in a sense choose the same guy. Right, we're taller, smaller, you know what I'm saying, chubby, tall, skinny. They choose the same type of guy as far as mindset and perception.
True.
Most women. So if she's doing that, obviously her taste in men was horrible. Horrible. Because most women that are good women, they usually find, in a sense, they Russell Wilson early. Usually. Because they not fit to deal with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that. So, but you do have the ones that do fall through the cracks and become savages, or they just stay under poor leadership because they hoping that man to turn into the man that they know or believe they can be. That's how it works for women.
Damn. Oh, you think a woman who, again, is solid, tied to her morals, great woman, great mother, considerate in terms of her man, do you think that type of woman can be turned savage under the wrong leadership?
Well, now, when we saying savage, we mean like the male equivalent of savage?
Right.
No. I don't think women could get near, not that bad. I mean, they got to be like, for a woman to really get to turn savage like that, I think like she really has to have, like her heart had to be broken. And it had to be like on some, he cheated on her with her best friend or something like that. Outside of that, I mean, I think a lot of women be hurt, but a lot of women be looking for love too. They look for love, in my experience, I see it's one of two things. It's like they always looking for love, or they just become hardened. They don't necessarily become savages. They just harden. They don't really, their trust is gone. Like you really gotta, like we say, climb that barbed wire fence. You really gotta go 100 feet in the air compared to, when she was happy and not going through all that, then didn't take as much. So I can't say necessarily savage. I think certain circumstances turn them savage because they still a woman. So for the most part, you still got to mentally stimulate them. Like they still want to be courted for the most part. I mean, unless they just out here being sluts. Which you know what I'm saying?
A lot of emphasis on
sluts.
3 exclamation points.
Oh.
Bold letters. Can we make it pop across the screen?
Whores.
You know what I'm saying? Like they be doing them little
cum dumpsters.
Y'all gotta relax, man.
No, unless it's like that though. But I think for the most part, they like again, they either looking for love or they just become hard and don't trust no man. So they just rather, I could just do bad by myself.
Yeah, I kind of agree with both of y'all a little bit. I think that women can act like they are savages, but deep down, their desire is still the same. I think the difference with men is that we change foundationally when that type of thing happens, which is why I said every Future started off as a Russell Wilson. Future will never be a Russell Wilson again. Never. Even if he is in a relationship, it's going to be a very, very different relationship than what's accepted from a standard perspective in terms of society, because he literally distrusts women. And again, we going off the perception. We ain't going, again, Future could be a married man for 30 years and whatever in real life. But in terms of that type of situation, men change foundationally early on. You know what I'm saying? And these are men that has just been looked over and just never had a chance with no women and just stepped on or whatever. Like that's how this whole red pill community was created. This red pill rage and women are all wrong.
All them dudes stepped on. So you mean to tell me they all weak?
Oh yeah,
that's what you're saying.
That's
it's
what
a
I'm
facade.
saying.
It's a facade.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, but again, these men are so tied into that belief system. We got dudes that's 40 years old that done been in marriages or whatever, like that still subscribe to that verbiage and subscribe to that ideology. So it's like they are changed foundationally. But with women, I don't think it's that. I think it's, again, it depends. It's like relationship by relationship type basis. Going back to what O said, if she gets her heart like shattered crazy, she'll, lose the weight, cut her hair, start posting on Instagram a lot more, maybe go on a couple dates, post a couple tattooed arms with Rolex watches, this, that, and the third. But within a year, 2 years, she'll be desiring a relationship again. Mm-hmm. To where as a man, he's not desiring a relationship. Mm-hmm. It's a situation where like you got to drag him into a kicking and screaming for him to change his ideology. And more times than not, it won't change. So to answer the question, I don't necessarily think so, but I don't know. I mean, I can't say that applies to all. There's no such thing as all or every.
Of course. Yeah.
But most of the savage women I know been savages the whole time. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a situation where, hey, I got my heart broken, I just turned this way. Nah, a lot of them literally think like men.
She was from the start.
Right.
Especially like some of them that was like raised with brothers.
All brothers.
You know what I'm
men.
saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So again, I feel like that's more of like a trained ideology as far as women.
Yeah.
But most women are delusional optimists. So even a dude that broke her heart, she may get mad at him and act like a savage for 6 months. A lot of times she'll go right back to him. Mm-hmm. Because she genuinely wants that situation to work. She would, just like Smooth said earlier, she wants that future to turn into a Russell Wilson. Because they are delusional optimists. So that's how I think, man. Men and women are just different. We just wired differently. Mm-hmm. All right, on to the next one. This is from Ali. Patreon number.
What up? I think he just asked me about this one too.
Uh-oh. Say what's up, family. I like an area question who came with that energy in the intro. So ain't no bitch shit around here. It's Ali. Mm-hmm. But my question is something y'all can brush up on again from the previous part on how fathers jade their daughters on life and give them unrealistic expectations. Minus Casper the ghost over there in the corner. Glad to have you back, Kenny, for an episode just so you can miss the next 4. I ain't gonna let y'all talk about my dog like that. But where do women get the perfect complex from? You can ask anyone, man, woman, or that long ass alphabet with the plus sign on the end.
Oh my goodness.
No one is perfect. We're human and make mistakes. But when it comes to relationships, women feel they are always in the right. And even when wrong, they got to be right, especially black women. So again, to reiterate, where does that come from? That perfect complex. Side question, do y'all think it's a red flag if a woman whispers I love you while on the phone sleep? Mind you, you've only been talking roughly a week and some change. No sex was involved, only made it to the second and third base, kissing and groping. If you need more context, I'll write in again after y'all answer. As always, much love from your favorite baby cuz. All right, so his first question is, what is that perfect complex from? Stemming from what we touched on as far as fathers, raising their daughters to, expect certain things from men, but not necessarily provide certain things to men. What is that perfect complex? Woman is always right. Complex come from?
Man, most of us, well, all men, I ain't gonna say most of us, but all of us want the best for our child. Man and boy, boy and girl. We want the best for our child, and we know, what I'm saying, most men, and it's men behind us, let's say that our fathers and all that, they knew women would only get that from men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We in a new era now. We're in a new era where women can go get it for themselves. They can go be 6-figure women, $1 million women, all these type of things, right? But for us men, bro, like the thing that messed them type of men up with the kids, they only taught one side.
Yep.
B said it earlier. They only taught one side. They didn't teach them how to make the other party happy. You get what I'm saying? Because with boys, they was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, go chase these women, and eventually you're going to find one and all that, but they ain't telling you, hey, you're going to break a lot of these women's heart. You know what I'm saying? You're going to destroy a lot of these women. Oh, you may slip up and have a kid with somebody that you weren't supposed to have a kid with that throw you off your path for a minute. They don't tell you all these things. You know what I'm saying? They telling most boys in our time and before us, hey, go live your life. You'll get it together. Mm-hmm. Before a woman, they like, hey, you don't accept nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't let a man disrespect all these type of things, bro. He got to be here. Like, it's all that for a woman. So that's why a lot of women in our generation, they feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? They want their cake and they want to eat it too. That's just how it works. So that's what I would say, bro.
Yeah, I think, parenting style comes into this, just stemming back from what we did earlier about, like, letting your kids watch the movie until the credits roll, man. It's no different than, like, the OGs in the hood or whatever that's trying to get you to do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on with us while we rob this store. Or come on with us while we go over here and fight these niggas or shoot these niggas, whatever the case may be. They not showing you that movie to the credits roll. They not telling you about that 30 years that you about to go do. They ain't telling you about, how you about to leave your family and, your kids is going to grow up without you while you doing that 20. They ain't telling you those things. They just telling you one side of it, the exciting side, be down with us. You family, be a part of the gang. Go do this, go do that, go do this. It's no different than parenthood, and I think a lot of parents do that, and men included. That's why I feel like men are some of the biggest culprits. We get tied to, single mothers, telling you don't make the same mistakes I did. You need this from a man, that from a man, this from a man, that from a man. But solid fathers who in their daughter's life do the same thing. They'll say, when a man comes, matter of fact, don't even bring no man to my house unless he this, that, and the third. And he need to be doing this for you. He need to be opening doors. He need to be paying for everything. He need to be like that. That's the type of
real man.
That's
what a real man do, right? So when she get out in that world, those are the only cues that she looking for. That's the shit that's flashing in her mind while she texting or dating and all of that. My daddy said he need to be bringing this. And then she get into that relationship. She found her a man that provided all that. She get into that relationship, and it's like she don't necessarily know what her role is. Mm-hmm. It's just, hey, I'm supposed to get taken care of, I guess, because I seen my dad pay for everything in my household. My dad always took care of my moms. My dad did this. My dad did that. Mm-hmm. So when she get in her relationship, she expecting the same thing. But the difference is that these men in this generation are not the men of that old generation. These men are literally demanding, like we said earlier, what are you bringing to the table? I'm doing all of this for you. What am I getting? Mm-hmm. Aside from just sex that I can go get, that I can close my eyes, scroll my timeline, and stop and pick a woman and go have it. Mm-hmm. Because let's just be honest, most of these chicks is not, and again, these chicks that come from good homes, they ain't just going out here getting no bums. Mm-hmm. They going out here getting top of the, you know what I mean? These dudes got bread, they got status, mm-hmm. they got cars, they got whatever. So that means these men have options. Mm-hmm. So what is the incentive for him to be with you if he's bringing all of these things that to the table that your dad told you to go look for? Mm-hmm. And that's why these relationships go wrong. The man starts building resentment. The man start cheating, start doing this, start doing that. And as a woman, she's genuinely confused.
Yep.
Like, how is he cheating on me? I'm faithful to him. True, but you're not bringing benefit to his life aside from sex. It's always your palm is up, and even when you do things for him, it's a fraction of the. I guess I don't want to tie it to money, but let's go there.
Reciprocation ain't the same.
It ain't the same. Just like O said earlier, niggas, you go out here buying a Gucci bag for you for Christmas, and you get me a pack of drawers.
You get me a belt
or a belt,
right.
A Levi belt.
You know what I mean? And it's like, as a man, what you supposed to take that to the chin because you never seen your dad get no gifts, so he should be good with not getting no gifts or matter of fact, I'm going above and beyond because I never seen my daddy get no gifts.
Wow. So
again, it's all about balance, man. You gotta teach your kid that other side, especially women. Because it's genuinely a lot of women out here that's neglecting their man and they have no idea that they doing it because the man is not going to communicate that more times than not. He just going to go out in the streets and you're going to see the reflection come that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we always talk about red flags a lot, but we don't talk about enough green flags.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem too. Is like, don't date this type of person. Don't. It's all these don'ts. And there could be 100 other don'ts, but they never covered that. So because they don't know it's not good, now you falling by the wayside on some bullshit you shouldn't have dealt with. So I think that too, just more examples in general, better examples, and not just this is what you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, be dating and all that stuff.
Like men love just cause gifts too. Like men love random massages too. We like for you to go to the mall with your girls and come back with us a pair of shoes too. Like it's just like men like those things.
Men like Gucci. Men like
right.
Louis Vuitton. You hear me?
Yeah.
Man, men don't want to step in there and be like, damn, I got to spend $10,000 just to get a one bag. You know what I'm saying? And a wallet for me. The bag costs $8,300 and the wallet costs $2,000. The reciprocation ain't, and then on top of that ain't reciprocating because I'm buying it for myself.
I'm paying for it.
I'm buying it for myself.
And I don't think women understand too. Think about how we like to brag when our women do some good shit for us too.
Bro.
Like shit, baby got me, you know what I'm saying? Baby got me these shoes, baby got, like we be proud to brag about stuff like that.
And peep how fast other women rain on that when you do brag on it.
I would never do that for a man and all that.
Man.
No wonder you single with 3 kids.
Dang.
No wonder.
But that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Those women who do that are programmed to, I ain't never doing that for no man. What is you talking, man?
And I could bet, 9 out of 10, she probably single.
With a kid.
And if she not single, that man is unhappy.
He there because he gonna stand to lose too much.
Right.
And he trying to find a way.
That's the game. So that's why you gotta salute women who go above and beyond and make sure that they man is pleased and taken care of, bro.
Should really salute y'all.
Because dudes is out here bending over backwards for the woman we love, bro. So if you giving us that same type of energy, that same type of effort, that man will never leave.
And what's crazy is you got to realize, bro, like all these holidays are heavy towards the wife and the family, not the man.
Oh yeah.
Right, the man he gonna
because that's what's gonna make the money spend.
Let's X out anniversary because most men take their wife out for anniversary. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? When you married, right? So he gets his birthday, right, and he gets Father's Day. One of them, not even Father's Day. Let's take that out. Birthday. Odds is he want to spend it with his team. You know what I'm saying? Whoever his friends is, you know what I'm saying? We going out, we going to do whatever. He want to spend that with his team. So in a sense, for real, all you really paying for in a year is Father's Day for a man. Because Christmas, man, y'all got kids and all that. The man is more worried about y'all. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? You can get him whatever. You can get him some cologne or something. You know what I'm saying? You can get him something petty for Christmas and all that. But all he caring about, like, on Christmas Day when, ladies, you got you a man, your boyfriend or whatever, just take a step back and watch your man the day y'all open them gifts. Look at his face. He gonna be so happy. He gonna be happy as fuck that everybody good, everybody straight. Probably got that liquor in his hand, that eggnog with that liquor mixed in it. He good for that whole day. He feel like, hey, I accomplished everything good. I guarantee that's most men, right? On Father's Day, dog, like, you should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be going head over here. I gotta do something crazy.
Don't buy this nigga no tool set.
No. and if you do, even if you do,
get the high price one.
Get them $1,000 shits that you know he wouldn't pay for.
No Black and Decker.
No. You get
$40 shit, man. Get the fuck
like, come on, bro. Father's Day, you should be going, you know what I'm saying, above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? You should be buying shit you know he wouldn't buy for himself for real because he take care of y'all.
Right.
But Father's Day be on a lot of times what I see, it be like what you said, but it benefits them. Yeah. Some kind of way.
Like, and
if you get the tool set, she gonna buy some shit else so he can put it together, bro, to do for the family. Bro. It ain't gonna be for him.
And if you do that, bro, get the fucking high dollar tools. He gonna be happy to put whatever you want to put together. Bro, baby bought me some tools. Them whole $3,000, boy. You see all these tools, boy?
Can't touch these. You know what I'm saying?
They come with a 20-year warranty. They don't need, boy. If I even strip one halfway, boy, they replacing it, boy. Nigga proud of that all day. All day, bro.
Talk. Some new ties.
Yeah,
some live ass. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, baby, I seen you looking at these rims, man. Look, they got some 24s. I just paid for them. They coming through.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's stuff like that, bro. Like, and it's only one day. Ladies, it's only a minute. Like, you really, really, for real, gotta appreciate your man for one day. You can do the just cuz gifts and all that, but for Father's Day, bro, that be the day. Like, men just don't want to pick their hand up, bro, and men want that love. They want that reciprocation, because Christmas, anniversary, your birthday, kid's birthday, all that is coming out of his pocket. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day is coming out of his pocket.
Day.
Yeah, all that
shit.
You get what I'm saying? And we ain't even counting mortgages, bills, car notes, and all these type of things that this man is taking care of. You know what I'm saying? Even if you is helping, most of the time he's carrying the brunt of everything. You know, we ain't talking about none of that. We talking one day that you really got to show out. You know, and a lot of y'all failing on one day
because they broke out here.
Man, bro, you know the wild part about that is that you named all them holidays that women benefit from, and even the ones that are supposedly to ourselves, right? Our birthday and Father's Day. A lot of women are still making it about them,
bro.
Yes. Because just like you said, a lot of dudes, especially on our birthday, we want to go kick it with the gang. But try telling your woman, on my birthday, I just want to go kick it with the gang. How many women are just gonna say, you know what, all right, baby, you gotta go ahead. Oh. Most women are gonna take that personal. Like, so you saying you don't want to spend that time with me, like on your birthday? This is when you was born. You don't want to spend that with me? And that right there is one example of them making it about themselves. Father's Day. I'm scrolling my timeline and I'm seeing this. And shout out to JT from the City Girls, because she put a tweet up that I retweeted. It was so profound. It was talking about like how y'all literally on this day. This Father's Day is a day that's praising good dads that's there for their kids, this, that, and the third. And you got women on this thing talking about, no, it's Happy Father's Day to me, because I'm the man and the woman in my household and this, that, and the third. JT was like, shut y'all asses up. Y'all got Mother's Day. Let the good dads enjoy this day at least for themselves. Damn. You got to lean on that too?
That's a fact, dog. That's a fact.
On top of all those holidays that you just named that women in the family benefit from, even the two that's reserved for us, most women still try to make it about them.
Bro. Because you got to realize the one that's reserved for both of y'all is really about you. The exactly. Like the wedding, the anniversary day, that's about you for real. You know what I'm saying? How many ladies for real can say, oh man, majority of y'all been together 10 years. Oh, majority of that I paid for the dinner and all that for our anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all can't say that. The man is taking care of that. So you being selfish out of 2 days. One day he want to kick it with his partners, and one day he really want appreciation. To be honest with you, the one day he want to kick it with his partners for his birthday, he don't want nothing from you. All right, baby, I'm out for the whole day. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? He don't want nothing from you.
Perfect example for my birthday a couple years ago. We knew what the situation was. Why are you inviting all your friends too? If you was gonna throw something for me, it should have been just my niggas. You would invite all your friends. None of my friends know your friends.
That's all. Hey,
you got the whole squad.
Hey, that's all I'm saying, bro. Hey, and y'all see why like a lot of these dudes turn into futures, and a lot of black men these days don't have kids. Like half the field don't have kids. It's a collective of all of this, bro. We don't feel appreciated, bro. Like it's like whatever we do, whatever it is we do, it's still not good enough. It's not good enough. We're not appreciated enough.
It's the thing. Most women don't give a damn about a man's happiness if hers isn't tied to it.
That's crazy, fool.
That's just what it is.
You
That's
got
reality.
one day and you failed on the job. That's for real, dog.
Straight up.
When a man really break it down, like we only want the reciprocation, the love, and the gratitude on Father's Day. On Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? And you fail at the task, bro. You get this man some socks. You know what I'm saying?
I need the red carpet rolled out.
Like, come on, bro.
I need to smell bacon while I'm asleep.
Like, come on,
smell
dog.
it.
Like, even if you ain't making no bread, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Your man is providing you the money, bro. Like, do something with the money that he gonna appreciate, bro. Get him something with the bread that he gonna appreciate. Like, come on, bro.
And that's why I gotta salute my wife. Yesterday, I felt like a god, man. I literally got to just do everything I wanted to do. She was there for the ride with me the whole time. Whatever. I ain't had to think too hard. I ain't had to plan nothing. I'm just waking up and I'm going, yeah, baby, we're going here. I got this for you. I got this, surprise gifts and everything. I was just like, damn, man.
I was happy, man. Friday, I got my dog, fam. I was like, what?
I got one question, P.
What?
Did you run the bill up?
Nah, I didn't run the bill.
Hey, men don't do that. Men don't do that, dog. Hey, men don't do that, dog.
I got one thing. I gotta take advantage, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, baby. I can't run it up like that.
I need a double shot of Don Julio Reposado. I need 4 of them.
And put it on her chest.
Hey, but you see, men not petty like that, dog. We not petty like that. We just appreciate what's going on in the moment, dog.
Literally.
I need the Tomahawk. I need all
the Wagyu Japanese. Need all of that.
Thing, 6 ounces, 200.
That's a fact. That's some petty shit right there. But I feel it though. I ain't mad at y'all. And Ali, last question, a quick answer. You say y'all been talking a week. She said she love you. Run, man.
Yeah.
That shit. No, that's she a goddamn lie. And you don't need to be wasting your time with liars. Yeah. Keep it pushing.
Get the ass first though.
Yeah, for sure. Let's not let that pass.
She gonna show up at your doorstep.
Hey man, that's how I gotta go. Next one, China, Patreon member.
What's happening?
Said, hey guys, I love what you all are standing for, even though some views I disagree on. I understand your views are based on your experiences and not always necessarily law. Anyhow, I'm a single mother to a 9-year-old girl. Her father has been absent all of her life by his own choice, with the exception of child support. Initially, I didn't consider taking him to court for child support because I thought he could just send her money when it was necessary or just buy her things as she needed them, but he didn't even want to do that. So child support it is. Anyway, my daughter had a class writing assignment where they had to write about where they see themselves when they become adults. My daughter wrote that she wants to own and manage a bank and that she would have a couple of kids. She didn't mention anything about being married, which rang alarms in my head. Now, rewind to several months ago, she made a comment about wanting to be a single mom like me because I make it look so easy. This really broke me because that is not what I want for her. I've struggled with relationships due to unhealed trauma that I had, which led to poor decisions I made, picking the wrong suitors, being coerced into sex, etc. As a parent, I want my daughter to be better than I am. I'm fighting in a space where I know my deal breakers. I stand on them and I'm ready for more. This shit is hard and I don't want this for her at all. I've talked to her about this and I keep it very real and raw with her about the trials and tribulations of single parenting. Outside of showing her a healthy relationship, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Fam, immediately I thought about the part a couple weeks ago when that 8th grader was talking about she wanted to be a single mother.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's immediately what I thought about.
Right.
And that's crazy that that's the way we headed right now. Like growing up, I didn't want to be a single father. How the hell that sound? I don't know, man. That's wild.
Hey, man, look, I would tell you, bro. Well, I ain't gonna call you, bro. You're a woman, bro. Like, just, you got some work to do. You got some work to do. You got to change, like your daughter's reality of things. You know what I'm saying? And you got to change the way you date, the men that you want to date, all these type of things, your standard in men, all that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you need to date the man that you want your daughter to date. You get what I'm saying? Now, however that look for you, don't make the wrong decision. But that's what you need to be dating. That's what you need to be marrying. All that. You know what I'm saying? Because
she need an example.
Obviously, that's very important to you.
Yeah.
That is very important to you. Because right now, registering your head, your daughter ain't got no kids. She in school, she doing all these things. Bro, if that comes into fruition in that moment, the moment that happens, you're going to feel like you failed her. Right now, you have the opportunity to change that. You know what I'm saying? You have the opportunity to change what she sees. Right? Because most people are followers. We say it all the time. Most people are followers. Most people are what they see. Right? So if you change what she is seeing, the environment, and make sure it's a healthy environment, she is going to shoot for that. Right? She is going to shoot for structure. You know, all women look for great structure, no matter what type of woman she is. Someday in her life, she is going to look to fall under a structure of a man or whatever she likes, a woman, whatever, in these days. But she is going to look for that. So you have the time period right now, bro, to change out. Even if you need to go get a therapist, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? To get all that up out of you so you can find the right man, have a healthy relationship, show us some structure, but you need to get yourself together.
Yeah, man. I think it sounds like she definitely taking steps that way. She asking, like, aside from, you know, dating, being in a healthy relationship, that a child could actually see what more can she do. I think it's gonna take reprogramming. I think you got to reiterate the fact that, hey, just because I'm making the best of a bad situation doesn't mean this is something that you should strive for. Mm-hmm. Like, use my situation as a cautionary tale. Mom, you know, Mom made bad decisions that got me here, but this is not what the goal should be. The goal should be to be in a happy, fulfilling, successful, you know, relationship. That's what the goal should be.
Right.
But again, just because I'm making the best of my situation, don't get it confused. And I think, you know, again, kids are super smart. Kids are way smarter than you think. Mm-hmm. So, you know, as long as you drilling that into her head, then she gonna be cool. The problem is that a lot of women don't admit to making mistakes in these situations. Mm-hmm. They'll paint it like, okay, I just got put into this situation. These are the cards I was dealt. You know what I'm saying? So as a child, you see your mother being quote unquote superwoman. Mm-hmm. And then you think, okay, that's what I should strive for. And that's what she do, because kids want to be like their parent, especially if they love you and respect you and you like a real big part of their life. But again, sometimes you got to take that Superman, Superwoman cloak off and be vulnerable with your kid and be like, look, man, I know how you view me and I respect that and I love you, but I want better for you. I don't want to, because even, you know, in my situation, when Kenzie watch it, Kenzie is more privileged than I ever was. I ever had a chance to be. Like, literally, guess what she want? We was in the store yesterday, and we just walking down aisles, and I'm just letting her just pick what she want. I was like, just pick one, whichever one you want. Any toy in the aisle. Then we go to the next aisle. Pick what you want. Any toy in the aisle. We went down like 5-6 aisles.
I hate my life.
You know what I mean? Like, I never got the chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that, raising her, I'm going to tell her there's a difference between, look, like, you got to keep in perspective the lifestyle you have in comparison to other people. Mm-hmm. And don't let that go to your head, because if you do, to the majority of people. Right. Don't let that go to your head, because if you do, you're going to turn out to be a terrible person. You're going to have a crazy entitlement, unrealistic expectations, all of that. Everything that I'm allowing you to get right now, Daddy works hard for it. Mm-hmm. So this shit don't come for free. You're not entitled to this just for being born. Just because you're a pretty girl or attractive woman. It's work that got to be put into this. Mommy works hard. Daddy works hard. That's why we're able to give you this. So, you know, again, I think if you program your child that way, kids are smart. They pick up on everything. Then she gonna be all right. But, you know, again, it's gonna take some admitting to wrongs for that to happen. And I know that's hard, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just that reprogramming. Having that real, honest, hard conversation. Mm-hmm. Because that's definitely not, you know, something that you want for your daughter. You want your daughter to be married and have a good home and raise their kids and have a good foundation. You want them to live a better life than you did.
Right. Be proud of her husband.
That's the goal, yeah. So, yeah, have that real conversation, man, because that shit, I can't even imagine.
Man. On to the next one. This is Shay, Patreon member.
What up?
Cracker, Shay.
She say, what up, guys? Question. How do you all feel about women introducing the topic of polygamy to their man? I'm bisexual, and I love feminine women, and I love my man also. For context, we're doing great. Sex is good. We're constantly relearning each other and communicating, and we're financially comfortable, building for more. I'm cool with sharing sometimes, in all caps, but do prefer to do my own thing too. I don't want him to feel like he's not enough, because that's damn sure not accurate. But to be honest, he doesn't possess what a woman has. So, you know, thoughts. So essentially she's saying, like, how do you introduce the fact that, hey, I want to date women too? What do you think about polygamy to your man?
That's not polygamy. Yeah, boy, y'all need to look up polygamy, man. You need to look. That's not polygamy. That's you wanting to be a freak. That's just real, dog.
You a swinger.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You want to be a swinger.
That's not polygamy, baby. Polygamy is the man having 2, 3, 4 wives, however many wives he got. None of y'all have sex with each other. Y'all all working towards one goal: family, building wealth, all these type of things. That is true polygamy. right? That is polygamy. That's just the facts of it. So none of the women is having sex with each other, right? You want to do your own thing, and that's fine. We're living in this time. I understand all that. Just communicate with that with your man. Mm-hmm. Right? Just communicate with that with your man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I like women. Boo. You know?
Yeah, I don't really see him having too much of an issue with it as long as you're upfront about it. I think the only way that can become an issue is if you get to sneaking around and, you know, he can't really participate in it. But again, I got to commend her because she's broaching this as like, hey, what do you think about like having a chick move in with us and us all being in a relationship together? Like, so I mean, it's, you know, a lot of dudes would agree to that. Now, would a lot of dudes be able to stick it out?
Hell no.
I don't know. I don't know. That's another thing because again, it's just like people desire things until they get it.
The woman can't just be there for sex.
Right.
She has to be there for some type of structure.
She just wants sex.
Well, no, it ain't gonna work.
I feel you though.
If you want her to move in, that's not gonna work. She has to be doing something, working, contributing to the household, to the structure of everything y'all got going. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like all that is a part of that. So it just can't be. If it's only gonna be sex, none of these women can live with y'all. You know, it's only gonna be sex. That's it. Get out of here. That's what it gotta be. But if you want her to come live in with y'all and all that, she gonna have to be under some structure. She gonna have to have her own stuff going. All these type of things that contribute to y'all household, contribute to everything, bro.
Damn, I missed that.
And then on top of that, you got to think if your man is hitting her too, she is a potential. She can get pregnant. Can you deal with that?
Or can you deal with him dicking her down better than you?
That's real. You can't. That's a lot of questions you got to ask yourself. Like you probably didn't think of none of that.
She may scream a little louder than you.
You know what I'm saying? May grip a little bit so yeah.
She may go all the way deep.
You know what I'm saying?
You just go
Throat may be throating more than you. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
can you handle that?
Hey, you got to think about all this, bro. It's a lot that you not thinking of. Like, I understand. You got good intentions. Yeah. But it's a lot of things you not thinking about, bro, that come with that is going to affect your man, that is going to affect your household. So you got to think about all this stuff, bro, before you really just be on some,
She said she wanted to move him in?
She didn't say she wanted to move him in, but I mean, but when she talking about polygamy, that's what
polygamy
that means.
you move
want
in.
to do that, I got you.
Polygamy, you move him in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you talking about polygamy and all that, well, a certain type of that's a different type of polygamy. Let's say that's a different type of polygamy. You talking about that type of polygamy, you need to be asking some questions. You need to be seeing what this woman got going on. You need to also make sure your man, the leader of your household, the king of your household, is cool with all of this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that's gonna be contingent on, and then after that, are you cool with this woman getting pregnant for your husband? Because that's a potential on the table. Are you cool with y'all possibly being pregnant at the same time? And it's a lot of stuff, bro. Like you gotta really, really, really understand what you asking for. You know what I'm saying? And if you cool with that and you don't care about outside perception and all that, because all that's your relationship. If you don't care about that and you know what I'm saying, you cool with that, go ahead.
I definitely
go ahead. Be an adult about that.
I definitely heard a few stories about women having threesomes and then the chick get pregnant.
Damn.
It's ugly out here.
It's a cold game, man. We're going to move on to the next one. It's Franny, Patreon member.
What's up?
Say, hey, Krew, season no anonymous. My name is Franny. It's Fran. And I want to say thank you for creating this podcast where we all have been able to tap back into reality of what life really is. This might be a little long, but worth the read and questions I'm going to ask. It's no coincidence that I came across your podcast because everything happens with divine timing. My audience on IG has been asking me to come out with an audio video podcast for the past few months, but I wasn't sure how to get started or exactly what I want it to look like. But what I do know is that I want it to be about real life, in all caps, topics, because as a society, we are so detached from our true selves. My mission is to help bring people back to that. So I became a proud Patreon member of Sleazeball University.
Damn me.
Say y'all deserve all the support. I'm currently 35 episodes in, and it's only been 2 weeks since I came across your podcast. I'm invested! Exclamation.
Wait till you get to 60.
Oh man. So to hurry the hell up to my question, let me give you some context on my situation. I'm a 30-year-old single woman and a mom of an 11-year-old boy that is moving to Dallas from Florida at the end of June. I have a full-time job as an executive leader for Target, making $70,000 a year, but have been on medical leave for the past 11 months due to plantar fasciitis and a tear in my foot. I'm currently collecting 60% of my pay and can continue to collect that for the next year and a half if I wanted to without returning to work.
Yeah.
When I initially went on leave almost a year ago, I wasn't just going to sit around the house doing nothing, so I took the opportunity to build my online business since I was attending school online anyway. I became certified as an integrative nutrition health coach and have been blessed to land multiple clients, enroll students into my online academy, and bring in almost $10,000 in revenue in just a few months. I also started my short-term rental business and obtained 2 units and have 4 investors lined up to put up the money to co-host a few units with me. So needless to say, the hustle was not new to me.
Okay.
My questions and concerns are, moving to a new city, something is pulling at me to consider going back to my job, and I think it's more so for the security of having benefits and something to fall back on. But at the same time, the thought of working 50 hours a week again and not having a support system to help with my son is scaring me. If you had to give me insight on what direction to take, would you say continue to build and collect the checks from the company, or go back and have that security blanket to fall back on? I'm also not trying to take up all the time with work, being that I'm single, 5'5", brown eyes with them thick thighs and ready to mingle in a new city.
There she go.
Especially coming out of a toxic relationship. I want my social life to exist. I'm trying to find someone I can enjoy being with and build with. P.S. Tell OT when he ready to shut down that roster, I'm here. He said I got everything he said he needed on episode 25. Peace, a whole lot of ass, great communicator, and listener, because that's what I do as a coach, and I make over 60K. DM me on Instagram. Holistic growth journey. Damn, my fault. This shit was so long. Next time, just call me on the show. I have some great topics. Would love your perspective on.
Damn. Wait till you get to episode 99. Because I got some news for you.
I got some bad news for you, man. I got some bad news. I'm retired with a T.
You shot straight, but you shot late.
You're a little late to this party, man.
You just missed me.
Oh, shit.
All right, so the first one was she at the crib right now on medical leave, collecting 60% of her pay, and she got the online business booming, but she getting ready to move to a new place. Do y'all think that she should stay in the position she's in, or just going back to Target for the security?
Hey, I would say what fits your child the best. You know what I'm saying? What fits the structure that you want your child to be under the best. You know what I'm saying? Because you got as you plus one. So all that's good, but the most important thing is the structure your child is under. So that's what you need to be weighing. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's more healthy for my child? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would think about me.
Yeah, my vote would be to stay where you are. Target is gonna be there when your medical leave is over. Put 1,000 miles per hour effort into building your business, because you may build that motherfucker up to the point to where you don't need to go back. And that's the ideal space that you want to be in. But if you go back, then you gonna be spending way less time building that business, and you're gonna be back in structure that you don't necessarily control, and that's gonna be a life shift compared, considering the fact you've been doing what you've been doing for the past damn near a year. So I would say, man, just take all of the time you can, keep on building that business, unless things get tight, or unless finances or whatever the case may be, you can always just say, all right, bet it's time to go on back to the job. But if the finances is cool, and what Smooth was saying, you and your kid in a comfortable space, man, ride that shit out, man, and build that online business, man.
Yeah. I mean, she bringing in the revenue and stuff right now. So, yeah, I would definitely ride that wave as long as I can, because after medical leave, she'll be able to go right back to work.
Right.
So, yeah, you still got 6 months.
You still got 6 months, so full steam ahead, baby.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's what I would do.
When she said her son moving in?
They moving together.
Yeah, together.
But he 11.
He 11 years old.
Yeah, they say at the end of June.
At the end of June, shit. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I would play it. And in terms of dating, I don't know. That's dating. Dating is a hard one to give advice on. There's so many different places to meet people.
Then you move into Dallas, everything gonna be new to you. You, in a sense, you may get finessed once or twice.
You gotta understand too. It's a little more play out here in Texas.
Yeah, I'm saying. We slow our words a little bit, yeah.
A little more play out here.
That step a little bit different, yeah.
That's a fact. But I mean, it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like you know what I'm saying, you got legit structure and, you know, in terms of lifestyle, which is probably the biggest hurdle that a lot of women run into when they trying to date. They tend to date dudes for the wrong reasons because they ain't necessarily stable their damn self. But you got those things in order, solid structure, you know, building your business, locked in on what it is and know what exactly it is that you want. Attractive, you know what I'm saying? You say you're attractive, probably say 5'5", fat ass, and provide peace.
She said.
What she said.
She said.
So it ain't gonna be hard running into dudes when that's the case. Yeah, that's it. Shouldn't be that hard. You just gotta, you know, have your non-negotiables and shit in order when you do. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like you're gonna be cool. So looking forward to that, man. Appreciate you writing in. Last one of the day. KT, Patreon member.
What's happening?
Say what up, crew. I hope all is well. This is my first question, although I've been listening for a minute, just soaking up game. I just have a question maybe y'all could touch on. I'm 25, almost 26, about to graduate from trade school for IT and a manager at Kroger. So suffice to say, I'm hustling right now, trying to build. Me and my lady planning on moving in together real soon, but it's been complications. She told me she actually has PCOS, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but that means having kids of my own may be complicated with this woman, which is my main goal in life right now. I love her hella, but ever since this was made known, shit has gone left. And now with 3 weeks before the move, I'm not sure if I want to take it further. I love her and want to be with her, but no kids may be a deal breaker. And I don't want to open this chapter and down the line I don't get my kids from this woman. You know, it sounds crazy, but I need help.
Well, look, I would tell you this, bro. If she a great woman, and she's worthy of marriage, if she's worthy of that, and you see she worthy, her conditions is not saying she can't never have a kid. You know what I'm saying? So if I was in your position and she's worthy and all that, you get what I'm saying? I would try initially maybe 2-3 years. I would try the natural way. And if we can't produce a kid then I'll up that cash. You know what I'm saying? I'll up that cash to have her egg inseminated with somebody else, and I would do that. You get what I'm saying? Because bro, if she a good woman, bro, it's to tell you right now, boy, it's hard to get a good woman, boy. They ain't just on the ground, boy. So if she is worthy of marriage and all that type of stuff, there, bro, don't worry yourself with that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of bread can fix that, bro. A little bit of bread.
Yeah, I would say, you know, that situation where you got to exhaust all possibilities before you make decisions on anything drastic. But I get where you coming from because he's saying, you know, we about to move in together and, you know, I'm going to be super, super, super invested by the time I get my answer to this question. And he's saying he ain't trying to necessarily go down that path for himself. And he ain't necessarily trying to waste her time as well. So if I'm super, super invested, we done exhausted all possibilities. We done tried, you know, all kind of methods and just ain't nothing working at all. He don't want to be in a spot to where he resents her for it. And I understand that. Yeah. I understand that. But going back to what Smooth said, if she's that solid of a woman, you know, because the thing about relationships, man, is that you're gonna roll the dice regardless, bro. Regardless, even if it ain't for kids, you know, y'all just being together and trying to be married for 50, 60 years, the odds of y'all being divorced in 2
is way
higher than y'all lasting for 60. So everything is a gamble in this life. It ain't nothing necessarily promised. And you've made it known how important kids is to her. So it ain't like, you know, you're going to be springing some shit up on us. Worst case scenario. Can't happen. Y'all get into a big ass argument. You got to go your way. It's not going to be a situation where you didn't tell her how important it was to you. So, you know, I feel like y'all should just cross that bridge when y'all get there. Right. But just like Smooth said, that situation doesn't rule out the possibility. And as long as it's a chance and I love you, we gonna fight for it.
Yep, and hey, you may have a willing surrogate. You get what I'm saying? She may, if she can't have a kid in them years and all that, if she a great woman and understanding the situation of it all, she may give you the go ahead to have another kid with somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like it's relationships out there like that, bro.
True.
You get what I'm saying? So, but I would say like he just said, bro, exhaust everything you can if she is worthy of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And don't give her a kid before you marry her, fool.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Don't give her a kid before you marry her. That's don't do that. Because you don't know how people gonna act. And then you moving in with her. Y'all may move in together. You may see she trifling. Or she may not like how you living and all these type of things, bro. Like y'all got some more growing to do to actually see each other back against the wall and all that. But if it does happen, if that comes up, exhaust everything you can, bro. And then have that conversation with it. If it don't happen, have that conversation with it. Hey, I want a kid. Hey, can I do this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you agreeing with this? You can, you know what I'm saying? You got to go ahead with this and all this type of things, bro. Like it's, don't let you miss to that because you can go have a kid with anybody. You get what I'm saying? But in a sense, for real, in my belief, a man only falls deep in love with one woman. You get what I'm saying? So don't let that pass you by all because you want a kid and all that type of stuff. You can have a kid anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You only meet the love of your life one time.
So did she say she didn't want to have it at all? Or
she just said
scared
this
because of
she
PCOS?
has a problem. Yeah, she just said she got a problem. That's it.
So for those that want to know, PCOS is a hormonal disorder causing enlarged ovaries with a small cyst on the outer edges. The cause of polycystic ovary syndrome isn't well understood, but may involve a combination of genetic and environmental factors. And can you still get pregnant? Yes. Having PCOS does not mean you can't get pregnant. PCOS is one of the most common but treatable causes in infertility in women. It also says women with PCOS are more likely to develop certain serious health problems. These include type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure problems with heart and blood vessels, and uterine cancer. Women with PCOS often have problems with their ability to get pregnant. So, for me, I mean, I'm with you fellas. I mean, I'm gonna do everything else if I can. If she's willing to put her body on the line for that, I still would hesitate with that too, because you know what I'm saying, you don't want to lose a good partner just because you want to have a kid. So,
but that's a them decision,
right? Exactly,
them decision.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would exhaust all options, but yeah, like Smooth say, man, if you got somebody good, man, it's like that's tough. I know he want to have some children with that person, but sometimes you got to take an alternate route to get to your destination. So
it's true. Well said, fellas. On that note, we're going to wrap this thing on up, man. Y'all boys shout out social media.
Man, we ain't shouting them out no more. You forgot?
Yeah, man, we ain't shouting that out. They know who the fuck I am. They know who the fuck
in this motherfucker.
Man, fuck all that. They know who the fuck they get. They know who the fuck we is out here. Number one podcast on the motherfucking planet. Goddamn me. Ruling this shit in the South. Goddamn me. No motherfucking help. No shout outs. Motherfuckers watching us and not saying shit. Stealing content and all this shit. They know who the fuck we is out here. I'm make slap a motherfucker. You hear me?
God damn me.
Well,
the doors of the church are now open.
They open. Y'all heard it here first, man. Again, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Shout out to our Patreon. At all times. And everybody asking, how can y'all send in questions? Y'all have to be subscribed to the Patreon. Any tier. Y'all can subscribe to any tier, and then we'll take questions from y'all. But everybody sending questions to the inbox and stuff like that. Y'all wasting your time.
Hey, I'm sorry, we just can't get to you, dog.
Yeah.
That's just so many real questions we got now. We just can't get to you.
That's just honest, but we definitely appreciate y'all support, man. Tap into the Patreon if y'all ain't tapped in already. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Keep commenting, and subscribing. We're gonna keep on delivering content, man. I know this one, y'all probably gonna get this. The video is gonna probably be later tomorrow evening. You know what I'm saying? But this part should drop on time. So, but y'all got anything before we get up out of here, man?
Nah, man.
The usual S5 podcast. Shout out to my brothers and the kinfolk. Everybody else.
Well, I got some.
Love y'all, man.
Follow my dog page, SMB Houston. I'll be in New Orleans August 20th for a dog show with the camp. Just bought me a chocolate tri-merle. Well, my wife just bought that for Father's Day and shit. I might have her down there with the show with me, you know what I'm saying, with the team, man. But follow SMB Dean, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram and SMB_Houston, man. Get at us, bro. You want a dog, a bully, you know what I'm saying? You want some Frenchies, you know what I'm saying? I know where to get them from, but I got bullies. My boy got bullies. My whole camp got bullies. So, you want dogs like that, man, holler at me.
I'll tap in, man. Y'all heard it here first. On that note, we up out of here with another record off that Drake album. It's called Jimmy Cooks, featuring 21 Savage, man. We gone.